Today is Monday, May 2nd, 2011, and last night at about 10 o'clock, all over the news and all over Facebook, was that Osama bin Laden was killed by U.S. troops in Pakistan, and Obama came on the news at about 11 to confirm it and explain what was going on. And everyone's Facebook status was like celebratory and full of United States pride, which is good. But I almost grieved the death. I know that sounds crazy, but it kind of broke my heart because, Osama bin Laden has obviously done a lot of horrible things, but he's still a child of God, and God created him, and you make choices, and but at the same time, look at Paul in the Bible. He killed Christians, persecuted them, but look at what a testimony his life was once he encountered Jesus. And the same could have happened with Osama. I know it didn't seem like it with him just hiding out, but stories like that just break my heart. So I don't know. I guess it is what it is. I'm just praying for God's safety, because who knows what could come from this. If they retaliate. But just praying for peace. And today my devotional, on another note, entirely different, but whoops. My devotional was, I'm going to read it. Living in dependence on me is the way to enjoy abundant life. You are learning to appreciate tough times because they amplify your awareness of my presence. Tasks that you used to dread are becoming rich opportunities to enjoy my closeness. When you feel tired, you remember that I am your strength. You take pleasure in leaning on me. I am pleased by your tendency to turn to me more and more frequently, especially when you are alone. When you are with other people, you often lose sight of my presence. Your fear of displeasing people puts you in bondage to them, and they become your primary focus. When you realize this has happened, whisper my name. This tiny act of trust brings me to the forefront of your consciousness where I belong. As you bask in the blessing of my nearness, my life can flow through you to others. This is abundant life. Today this was right on, which is neat. I went through this couple of weeks where I kind of just dreaded going to work. But in the closeness and the times and the devotionals I've had with God, it caused me to reevaluate and think of life as an adventure and doing all of my moments with Him. And since then, the past couple days, I had to work over the weekend, I've just been so richly blessed, I guess. And I haven't dreaded it. It's been exciting almost. And but the second half is about being with people, and that's right on too, because there's one line that really struck out. Your fear of displeasing people puts you in bondage to them. And I definitely struggle with this. I think I've struggled with it my whole life. Part of the reason I was good in school and was a good student wasn't just because I wanted to learn. That was definitely an aspect. I do love learning, but another part was I didn't want to let my teachers down. I didn't want to, it's just interesting, but pleasing people is, or having the approval of people is definitely a struggle. So I think God is definitely speaking to me today. But if in those moments I can whisper his name and think about him and put him back in the forefront of my mind, like it says, I think that'll just, I think God will work through me and teach me. So it's an opportunity to grow, of course. But yeah, today looks like a beautiful day outside, and I'm excited to see what it'll bring.